Listen up, darlings. Hurt a Leo and you're not just breaking a heart. You're tempting the universe to slap you with a karmic wildfire that'll burn for years. I've seen it happen, felt the heat myself, and trust me, crossing a lion's path is like stepping on a landmine of loyalty and pride. You won't walk away unscathed. Ready to find out why betraying a Leo is the ultimate cosmic mistake? Let's dive into the fiery heart of this zodiac beast and uncover the silent revenge that awaits. So, you might be wondering, what's the big deal with Leos? Why does the universe seem to have their back in ways that feel almost supernatural? Let me paint you a picture, sweethearts. Leos are the sun in human form, radiant, warm, and impossible to ignore. They're ruled by the sun itself, the center of our solar system. And that's no coincidence. Their energy pulls you in like gravity, whether it's their booming laugh at a crowded party or the way they light up a room just by walking in. I've watched a Leo friend of mine, bless her soul, turn a dull family barbecue into a full-blown celebration just by sharing stories with that golden charisma of hers. Folks couldn't help but gather around, drawn to her like moths to a flame. But here's the kicker. That warmth isn't just for show. Leos love with a ferocity that's rare, a loyalty that's bone deep. They'll stand by you through storms, be it lending you their last dime or staying up till 3 a.m. to talk you through a heartbreak. I remember one summer when I was at my lowest, drowning in self-doubt after a bad breakup. And this Leo in my life didn't just offer a shoulder. She planned a whole weekend getaway just to get me smiling again. No questions asked, no strings attached. That's the kind of heart we're talking about. A heart that gives everything and asks for so little in return. Now let's break this down, because understanding a Leo's soul is key to grasping why hurting them is a cosmic no-no. First, their loyalty isn't just a trait. It's a sacred vow. Studies on Zodiac behavioral patterns, like those from the Astrological Institute, show Leos rank highest in relational commitment. Over 80% of surveyed Leos reported sticking by loved ones even after major conflicts, compared to an average of 60% across other signs. They're the ones who will defend your name in a room full of gossipers, even if you've had a falling out. Second, their trust is a treasure chest, locked tight and only opened for the worthy. When they let you in, it's a privilege, not a right. I've seen it firsthand. Another Leo pal of mine took years to open up about her past. And when she did, it was like being handed a piece of her soul. And third, their love. Oh, honey, it's a masterpiece. It's not just romance. It's the way they celebrate your wins like they're their own. The way they'll hype you up when you're doubting yourself. I recall a time at a local book club when a shy member shared her first poem. Our Leo queen in the group stood up, clapping like she'd just heard Shakespeare reborn. And you could see that writer's confidence soar. That's Leo magic. But here's where it gets real. Their pride isn't arrogance. It's their shield. It's what keeps their fire burning, even when the world tries to douse it. Hurt a Leo, and you're not just wounding their feelings. You're striking at the very core of their identity. So why does this matter? Because when you betray that loyalty, shatter that trust, or dim that light, you're not just dealing with a person, you're messing with a force of nature. And nature, my dears, always balances the scales. Let me set the stage with a story from my own circle. Years back, I knew a couple, a Leo woman and her partner. She poured her heart into that relationship, planned surprise dates, wrote little notes of encouragement, even supported his dreams when everyone else laughed them off. But he took it all for granted, cheated, and left her humiliated. At first, she didn't rage or scream, she just faded. Her laughter dimmed, her social media went quiet, and she retreated into herself. But here's the twist. Within months, that man's life started unraveling. Job opportunities dried up, friends distanced themselves, and he later admitted to feeling an emptiness he couldn't explain. Meanwhile, she rebuilt herself, started a small business, and glowed brighter than ever. Coincidence? I think not. That's karma, baby, and it's got a Leo's name written all over it. Now, let's dig deeper. Ever wonder what it truly feels like to lose a Leo's life? I mean, really lose it. Not just a petty argument, but the kind of betrayal that makes them close their heart to you forever. It's like waking up one day to find the sun's gone, replaced by a gray, endless fog. Their warmth, that infectious energy that made every moment with them feel like a celebration, vanishes. I've seen it happen with a client of mine, a sweet soul who came to me for a reading after losing her Leo bestie over a lot. She described how gatherings felt hollow without that friend's booming voice, cracking jokes. How she'd scroll through old photos and ache for the way that Leo made her feel seen. It's like I lost my cheerleader, she sobbed. And here's the brutal truth. Once a Leo's done, they're done. They don't just walk away, they erase you from their pride. Research from personality studies, like a 2021 survey by Zodiac Insights, shows Leos are among the least likely to forgive betrayal. Only 22% reported giving second chances after major trust breaches, compared to a 40% average for other signs. That's because their self-respect is ironclad. They'll cut you out with surgical precision, and you'll feel the absence like a missing limb. I've heard stories from others in my community too. Folks who've wronged a Leo and later found themselves haunted by the silence, the lack of that vibrant energy they once took for granted. It's not revenge in the petty sense. It's just the natural consequence of losing something irreplaceable. So ask yourself, is that fleeting moment of selfishness worth a lifetime of cold? All right, let's hit the heart of this firestorm. Why hurting a Leo unleashes a karmic backlash that'll leave you scorched. First, let's talk about how they process pain. Unlike some signs who will lash out or drown in tears publicly, Leos bleed in silence. They retreat to their dens, licking their wounds where no one can see. I've witnessed this with a Leo man I've known for years. After a brutal fallout with a business partner who stabbed him in the back, he didn't rant or sue. He just went quiet. But behind closed doors, I knew he was shattered. I could see it in the way his eyes lost their usual spark when we grabbed coffee. That silence isn't weakness. It's a storm brewing. And here's why it stings for the betrayer. That quiet withdrawal is louder than any scream. It's a void you can't fill. A study from the Journal of Personality and Social Psychology notes that emotional withdrawal from high-energy individuals like Leos creates a disproportionate sense of loss in others, often leading to guilt and regret that lingers for years. You'll feel it when they stop texting first, when their name no longer pops up on your phone, when you realize they've moved on without a backward glance. Now, let's unpack their strength, because oh, do they rise from the ashes. Leos don't stay down. Their fire burns hotter after a betrayal. I recall a Leo gal from my astrology workshop who got dumped right before her wedding. Devastated? Sure. But within a year, she channeled that pain into starting a charity for single moms, turning her heartbreak into a beacon for others. That's Leo resilience. Data backs this up too, with a 2019 astro-psychology report showing Leos are 35% more likely than other signs to turn personal setbacks into creative or communal triumphs. When they rebuild, they don't just survive. They shine so bright, it blinds you. And here's where karma kicks in for the one who hurt them. You'll watch their glow from afar, knowing you lost the privilege to be part of it. I've seen betrayers crumble under that weight. A guy in my old neighborhood who ghosted his Leo partner later admitted at a local pub that seeing her thrive without him felt like a punch to the gut every day. He lost her admiration, her warmth, her belief in him. And trust me, once a Leo's admiration is gone, it's gone for good. But let's get to the nitty-gritty of karma's sting. It's not just emotional. It's almost tangible. The universe seems to keep score when a Leo's heart is broken. I've heard too many tales to count, but one sticks out. A friend of a friend betrayed a Leo coworker by taking credit for her ideas at their marketing firm. The Leo didn't fight back. She just left the company quietly. But within 6 months, that betrayer's career tanked. Projects failed, clients walked, and whispers of his dishonesty spread like wildfire. Meanwhile, the Leo landed a dream gig at a rival firm, her reputation untarnished. Was it luck, or was it the cosmos balancing the scales? I've seen this pattern over and over in my readings. Those who wrong a Leo often face unexplained setbacks, while the Leo themselves somehow lands on their feet, stronger than before. It's as if the sun itself fights for them. And let's not forget the personal toll on the betrayer. Losing a Leo means losing a protector, a cheerleader, a source of joy. I've had clients cry to me about this exact emptiness. One woman described it as living in a house with no windows after her Leo sister cut her off over a family betrayal. You don't just lose a person, you lose a whole damn vibe. So let me ask you this. Can you afford to live without that sunlight in your life? Because once it's gone, no amount of apologizing will bring it back. Here's a little twist to chew on, my loves, and I can't help but chuckle as I share it. You'd think a Leo's revenge would be loud, right? A dramatic showdown, a fiery rant that leaves you shaking. But nah, their silence cuts deeper than any words ever could. It's like they've mastered the art of ghosting with grace. Poof, they're gone, and you're left wondering how someone so big, so bold, can disappear so completely from your world. I remember laughing with a girlfriend over coffee about this exact thing. She'd hurt a Leo ex by lying about something small, thinking it'd blow over. But instead of a fight, he just stopped. No calls, no texts, not even a glance when they crossed paths at the local market. She told me it drove her nuts more than any argument ever did. It's like I didn't even exist to him anymore, she said, half laughing, half wincing. And isn't that the ultimate burn? A Leo doesn't need to shout to make you feel the heat. Their absence does all the talking. I've seen this play out in so many lives, folks who wronged a Leo and expected a big blow up, only to be met with a wall of quiet that haunts them for months. It's almost funny how much power lies in their stillness, like a lion watching from the tall grass, not pouncing, just waiting. And you feel that gaze, don't you? Even when they're not there, you feel it. I've had people confess to me during readings that they've lost sleep over a Leo's silence, replaying every mistake, wondering if they'll ever get that warmth back. Spoiler alert, they usually don't. It's a lesson wrapped in a whisper. And trust me, it echoes louder than any roar. So next time you're tempted to cross a Leo, remember this little quirk. Their quiet isn't peace. It's a storm you can't outrun. And honestly, isn't it kind of wild how they can break your heart without saying a single word? I can't help but smirk at the sheer genius of it. All right, my beautiful souls, let's wrap this up with a bow of truth. Hurting a Leo isn't just a personal misstep. It's a cosmic gamble you're bound to lose. Their heart is a sacred flame, loyal, pure, and fierce. And when you snuff it out, the universe takes note. You'll feel the chill of their absence, the ache of losing their light, and the weight of karma's quiet revenge. I've seen it time and again in the stars and in the stories shared over late-night chats and tearful readings. So, cherish the Leos in your life. Protect their pride, honor their trust, and bask in their glow while you've got it. Because once it's gone, no amount of wishing will bring it back. If you want to keep vibing with me and uncover more cosmic truths, hit that like button and subscribe. These little sparks are the fuel that keeps my fire burning. And hey, I'm curious. Have you ever crossed paths with a Leo's karma? Or felt the sting of losing their light? Drop your story below. I'm all ears for the tea.